Today, our group will discuss the roles of occupational safety and health, legal requirements in business management with a focus on the manufacturing industry in Malaysia. So before I go into this topic, I have to introduce myself. Like, my name is Logan Raj from BLR S11 FTKE course. So you?
My name is Tan Sujit from BLR S1/1 also.
My name is Teo Isun. I am from year 4 BLR S1/1.
This discussion will also cover the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, including its key features and responsibilities of employees and employers. The objective of this discussion is to understand the Oshe laws, protect workers, improve organizational performance, and promote a safe working environment. Each group member, like us, we share views and respond to others during this discussion. So let's start on soon.
My opinion, in business management, Oshe legal requirement play a critical role in identifying, assessing, and controlling a workplace hazards. In the manufacturing industry, hazards such as moving machinery, electrical risk, noise exposure, and chemical handling are common. Oshe law require employer to conduct a risk assessment and implement a control measures such as machine guarding, proper ventilation, and personal protective equipment. By complying with Oshe regulations, business can prevent accidents, reduce occupation, disease, and avoid costly disruption.
I strongly agree with your point, Isun. By applying Oshe to engineering, we can bring a lot of benefits. In addition, proper hazard control also reduces absenteeism and also improves productivity and efficiency, which directly benefits business performance. So from a business perspective, Oshe legal requirements help organizations to avoid legal penalties, fines, and prosecution. Non-compliance with OSHA 1994, which also known as Operation Health and Safety Act or FMA 1967, may result in enforcement actions by Oshe. When businesses comply with these laws, they reduce compensation claims, machine downtime, and insurance costs. Therefore, Oshe should be seen as an investment rather than a burden to everyone working as an engineer.
Yes, I agree to what you did say about the Oshe and the DOS. So, like as an engineer technologies, like we have to prevent most of those company failures, which is the breakdown. And then like we have to see whether our lives is it endangered in these machines and so on. So that we as a qualified engineer, we should have to undertake this kind of training and supervision to overcome those endangered life, like at the factories. Most of the, like what do you say, most of the companies machines, it's very high tech, and some of it will have errors and breakdowns, and some you have to troubleshoot. So these kind of things, major things can happen, major accidents. Like as far as I know, and I look at plastic industries. So as a molding machine, I just see a technician was repairing a molding machine and then taking out, putting it inside and repairing the molds so that it will get a very good product, which is like the plastic products. So before that, those workers, they use their PPE, which is personal protective equipment. It's got gloves, helmet, and shoes, so that like they won't get hurt more. So that's why it is. So the main issue.
So OSHA compliance enhance a company corporate image and stakeholder trust, and customer, investor, and employees prefer to organization that prioritize safety and health. In the long term, OSHA contributes to a sustainable business operation by protecting the human resources and supporting environmental responsibility.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Robert and Isun. I think we will move on.
But I have another one more real life case
Okay.
that would happen at a business management.
Please share.
While we discussing the OSH rules in business management, to relate this to a real life situation, consider a medium-sized manufacturing factory producing metal components in Malaysia. In this factory, one of the workers suffered a serious head injury and hand injury because a power press machine was operating without proper machine guarding. The management focused on meeting production targets but neglected safety requirements, as far as I know.
Okay, thank you. I think we can move on to our next topic. So our next topic will be discussing about Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994 as well, but it's about salient features. Okay, can you share something to us, Isun?
Okay, in my opinion, I would say the Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, also known as OSHA 1994, was enacted to ensure the safety, health, and welfare of employees at work. Unlike FMA 1967, which focused mainly on factory and machinery, OSHA 1994 applies to almost all industry in Malaysia.
One key feature of OSHA 1994 is the clear assignment of responsibilities. Employers must provide a safe workplace, safe system of work, training and supervision. Employees, on the other hand, are required to take reasonable care for their own safety and comply with safety instructions.
This shared responsibility approach helps create a strong safety feature in the workplace.
OSHA 1994 also empowered the Department of Occupational Safety and Health to enforce the law. Failure to comply may result in fine, imprisonment, or both. This enforcement mechanism ensure that organizations take OSHA seriously as part of their management system.
So, in conclusion, as far as we are talking about OSHA 1994, OSHA legal requirements play an essential role in business management by preventing accidents, improving productivity, and protecting both workers and organizations. OSHA 1994 provides a comprehensive framework that promotes shared responsibility between employers and employees. Through this discussion, we all understand the effective OSHA implementations is not only legal obligation but also a key factor in sustainable business success. Thank you.
So this situation clearly shows the role of OSHA legal requirement in business management. Under OSHA 1994, the employer is responsible for ensuring that machinery is safe and properly guarded. If the company had complied with OSHA regulation, the accident could have been prevented.
I agree with your part, Isun. From a business point of view, this accident resulted in production downtime, compensation claims, and investigation by the Department of Occupational Safety and Health. This shows that ignoring OSHA does not save costs, but actually it increases operational losses, and it may also cause a lot of safety issues, may bring danger or any risk to workers or even public users.
So as far as I done this, the OSHA 1994 duties, do you have any real life case that you want to share about?
I have another real life example. Involve a newly hired worker who has not given a proper safety training before operating a forklift in a warehouse. Due to lack of awareness, the worker collided with storage rack, causing a material damage and nearly injuring the co-worker.
This example highlights both employer and employee responsibilities under OSHA 1994. Employees must provide adequate training and supervision, while employees must follow safety instructions. Proper induction training could have prevented this accident. How about you?
I want to add on that this shows that the safety training is compulsory. It is not optional. Everyone must apply the Act of OSHA. It is a legal requirement and also an important part of building a positive safety culture in the organization of every engineering department.
That is a great point about safety culture, Rick. But I think we should dig a little deeper into OSHA 1994. It's designed this way, like unlike the old factory and Machinery Act, which was very rigid. OSHA 1994 introduced the concept of self-regulation. Ishu, how do you think the concept?
That's a very important feature, Logan. Self-regulation means the government does not just provide a checklist or of do and don'ts. Instead, the Act places the responsibility on those who create the risk, which the employer, and those who work with the risk, the employees. From the management perspective, this is flexible but challenging. It means that company must formulate its own safety policy suited to its specific industry rather than just following a standard template.
That is correct, Isun. And this ties into the legal term so far as is practicable, found in Section 15 of OSHA 1994. Employers don't have to remove every single risk if the cost is impossibly high compared to the risk. They have to balance the severity of the hazard against the time, trouble, and cost of prevention. This allows business to manage safety in a way that is financially realistic but still ethical possible.
So essentially, OSHA 1994 treats safety as a management issue, not just a technical issue. Moving on to another salient feature, we must mention Section 30, which requires the establishment of a safety and health, which is known as SHC, for companies with 40 or more employees. How does this community help in actual business operation issue?
The safety and health commitment is the bridge between the management and the worker. In many factories, managers sit in the office and don't know the real hazards on the floor. This commits force them to meet regularly, usually once every 3 months, to discuss the accident, inspect the workplace, and review the policy. It ensures that the voice of the worker is heard by the top management.
I very much agree with you, Isun. Without this committee, employees might feel scared to report hazards. When business actively use this committee, they get free consultants because the workers know the machine best. They can suggest improvement that not only make the machine safer, but often fast and more efficient. This goes back to our first point about safety improving productivity.
That's excellent summary. It seems clear that the salient features of OSHA 1994 like self-regulation, the safety policy, and the safety committee are designed to make a safety continuous improvement process, essentially the plan, do, Check Act, which is PDCA, cycle used in business management.
I think this concludes our discussion for Oshe 1994. Thank you everyone.
Thank you very much.